Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lena. Today we are going to be talking about 2 simple ways that you can start your Roth IRA today. On this channel, I like to talk about money and things that can make life at home a little bit simpler. So today, I'm going to talk about 2 ways that you can start your Roth IRA. In my mind, it's better to have the task done than perfect. Perhaps there is a better, cheaper, more efficient way to start your Roth IRA, but it is more important that you have one and that you start it. So first, a quick little intro into what a Roth IRA is. A Roth IRA is where you take after-taxed money from your paycheck and you put it in the Roth IRA, and it starts accruing interest as you invest it, and over time it grows. When you are ready to take out the money at retirement, then you do not have to pay any taxes on the gains or anything that happened in that account because it's in your Roth IRA. And that is what makes the Roth IRA so awesome. This is my favorite retirement account so far because we never know how taxes are going to go, and I'm hoping that we will be in a better life situation in the future, which means we would be taxed at a higher level, which means when we are withdrawing from a Roth IRA, if it was taxed, it could be a lot more than the taxes we would be paying now. So I'm counting on taxes probably going up, and this IRA, this Roth IRA, keeps that from affecting us, basically. Okay, the first way that you can easily open a Roth IRA is by going to a local financial advisor and getting them to open one for you. You can have one for every Social Security number, so if you have a spouse, you can have one in your name and your spouse's name. An easy way to find a financial advisor in your area would be to Google your city name and financial advisor, or you might have heard of Edward Jones. So you can look up Edward Jones and what your city is, and you will probably find an Edward Jones that is close. I believe there's actually multiple Edward Jones in our small town. It's less than 20,000 people, and we still have multiple Edward Jones. So I am going to bet that there is an Edward Jones in your area. So my husband's Roth IRA is managed through Edward Jones. So this is the first way that I know how to get this started. So you make an appointment with your financial advisor, you say that you would like to open a Roth IRA, and they basically do all the work for you. You have to fill out some paperwork and stuff, but they set it up, they figure out where to invest your money, they make sure that your money is invested. You don't have much responsibility except sending them money to fund your Roth IRA. This method does have more fees in it than the next method that I am going to talk about, and the fees do add up over time. But like I said before, it's more important that you got started with your Roth IRA than it was the perfect combination of everything. This, I would say, is the simplest way to do this and is pretty foolproof. The second way that you can simply open a Roth IRA is by going on Fidelity.com. So my Roth IRA is on Fidelity, which means that we are self-managing the Roth IRA. This means we are not paying management fees, but we do have to manage the Roth IRA ourselves. You go on the Fidelity website, you make yourself an account, and you start setting up your Roth IRA. I thought that this was going to be something we could do in an evening and then it would just be over, but because this is actually a real Roth IRA and real money, it takes time. They're verifying your Social Security number. So there's a little bit of back and forth, but it's not just a slam dunk right away. So be patient with the process and be ready for there to be some lag time in between some of the steps. Besides the lag time with setting up the account, you also need to transfer the money in there yourself and pick the stocks and buy them. There are a few extra steps to getting where you need to go to make this happen, which makes it a little bit more work, but in a way I think it's kind of fun because then I get control over what I'm picking. So they have all these different cool metrics about what stocks are like and how high risk they are and how much they cost. So you can start studying stocks and mutual funds and index funds, and then you can pick which ones you like. You can also buy bonds, and you can work on balancing your portfolio. So if those are things that sound interesting to you, this might be the way to go for you. If you're like, that's too much information, I can't handle this, then just go to a financial advisor and it will be a lot simpler. Also, I know as I go along, I'm going to be learning more about stocks and what I think about investment strategies and stuff, but I started, the money is invested, and I'm going. If you're starting to get serious about investing and saving for retirement, definitely start your Roth IRA first. They only allow you to put, at least at this time, $6,000 a year into it, which means if you're trying to invest a ton of money all at once, it won't work. This is kind of a slow and steady way. So I really wanted to just give you two simple, straightforward methods that you could start your Roth IRA today so you can start saving for your retirement in a super meaningful way that is tax advantaged. So let me know down in the comments, do you have a Roth IRA and how did you do it? How did you set it up? I know these are not the only ways you can do it. These are the ones that come to my head first and the ones I'm most familiar with. So these are the ones I wanted to share with you to demystify this Roth IRA startup stuff. It would mean so much to me if you hit the like button. That would really help this video be shown to more people, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any uploads that are coming up. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.